PhoenixTypewriter.com. We're going to today, show how to put a cord on an electric Smith Corona portable typewriter. The cords go bad for a couple reasons on these. One of them is these portables usually came in a metal Samsonite case just like this. And these have a nice edge over here. And what happens, I've seen it 1,000 times, I've been in the business a long time. People leave the machine in here and they use it inside the case. And they plug it in and they shut this on the case, and presto, it shorts out right here. And when it's plugged in, it will leave a mark. It will pop a hole right in that aluminum, which is pretty cool. I've seen it happen in person, but you know, then you got to replace the cord. And if you look at this one, at this cord closely, you'll see all kinds of marks. See that right there and there? This has been closed on this cord. It hasn't cut it here. Hasn't cut through the insulation yet, but it's about to, and that's not really why I'm replacing it. I'm replacing it because somebody already replaced the end here with the aftermarket. Well, I don't know. This might be original. It's a rivet. Well, I'm not sure. But it's shorted out. You wiggle this and it comes on and off. So I'm just going to go and replace the whole cord. I'm not going to replace that end because it's cooler to have a nice cord. And what I found was, for replacement, was an extension cord. And it has kind of an older, you know, it's got a yellowed end, so it's kind of already, but this is just an extension cord. And I've already cut it. It's a pretty modern extension cord because it's got the safety things on it, but I just cut it and already trimmed the edges, so that's ready to go. So we're going to use that as the replacement. Let's throw that in now. So I'm going to get the machine out of the case here. And you know, Smith Corona made 1 million of these electric machines, so we are going to recondition this machine as a script writer. Types in script. Excuse me, see that? If it didn't type in script, I probably wouldn't fix this because it's really dirty, but we're going to give this one a shot. Let me get some of these parts out of the way here, because I've already got this is the machine we're dealing with, and everybody's kind of familiar with this electric machine. The lid comes off. I've already got the parts off on this thing, so let's take the rest of the covers off. Get it down to the core. You got to take the bottom off too. Then this cord attaches down by the motor here, and that's what we're going to deal with. So let's take a closer look down here. It's just a 2-wire cord. It doesn't matter. Polarity doesn't matter on this. So let's see if I can get some light. Here a little more. The wires connect to the wires in the motor and switch. There's just 2 connections, but they're all behind this plate, and it's kind of a tight fit. So you need to reach in here. Well, first thing we can do is take this little piece off here. You squeeze this, and it's a plastic piece, and you can squeeze it and pull it out of here, and then take it apart. There, and it's just the piece. It's a common little piece for cords. We're going to reuse that. Set it aside. So you can see the little curvature it made. The wires are under here, and there's wire nuts, and we got to pull these wires out of here. And I've actually already pulled them out, and they're wrapped in usually some type of tape, which just disintegrated. But you got to pull the wires out of here. So there's one. There's 3 wire nuts in here. This one, you'll see, doesn't need to be disconnected right there. That one we can just put under here, maybe move it out of the way like that. So this is one. Like I said, I've already had it loose, so it's, you gotta take that wire nut off. You gotta get your fingers in here and manipulate it off. Okay, take that wire off. So you got one of them loose, and there's the wire you're going to connect it back to. So that one's loose, and the other one you can actually get through the side here a little better. You can pull it through the side and get to that wire nut on these two connections, and just twist this one off. There we go. Get it off. It's just a little thinner brown wire back there. So there's the cord. Now it's free, so we can just pull this out through that hole. And that's what we're going to replace. This thing is trash. Okay, here comes the tricky part. It's not so tricky, but let's get the regular cord back here. A replacement. Now there is one issue. This cord is a little thicker than the other one. I want to see if this piece is going to fit around here. It's going to be a tighter fit through here. Yeah, it's well, that might work. That's a tight fit. If it's too tight, you can shave a little off with a razor blade, which I might do when I get this done here. Okay. So we got to get one connected to this wire right there. And the other one we're going to connect to that brown wire that's still hanging out the side door here. Right there. So let's put it through the opening here. And spread these out a little bit. And we're going to run this one through the side door here. Right there. And we'll connect these two up. Just give them a twist. Same direction as the wing nut tightens, or the wire nut tightens. Twist on and tighten. And just kind of make sure it's all up in there. There's not an exposed wire. Looks pretty good. It's pretty tight. Come back over here and we'll do this one. There it is. This is a pretty tight fit for my big fingers. I don't know how I got in this business with such big hands, but I did. Okay, let's get a little more room out of here. Alright, twist these up a little bit. Like that. And stick together and twist. Here we go. Grab the other wire nut. And twist on. Make sure it grabs and tightens nice and tight. There we go. Again, no exposure there. Now, I suppose, to be official, you'd want to wrap these with something, but I'm not going to do that. It doesn't never seem to be a problem. As long as they're on there tight. Then you got to shove them back up this little cubby hole that they came out of. So let's push these wire nuts back up in there. There we go. I got one of them in position. These two are both got to go back up in there. Okay. 1 and 2. Okay, there they are. So that's good back in there. You can see these are back up in that little spot there between the motor and the frame there. That's where they're going to stay. So now all we got to do is get this piece back on, which I'm not sure. Let's see. So it goes this way. Let's see. I think it's going to fit. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim just a little bit off of here, just to help it, just the side a little bit. Make sure you don't go too far. Help this. I think I cut myself. Okay. Let's try that right there. Okay, let's see. Goes like that. It closes up. And squeezes together. That's a pretty tight fit. Okay, I'm going to use my pliers wrench. Here we go. There we go. It squeezes together. Good. It squeezed together. Now we're going to squeeze it and stick it in the hole. That's a pretty tight fit. Okay, back in there. We got that good. Motor is not tangled up in anything. There it goes. I think that's it. Let's power this bug up and see if it worked for us. So, pushing off, cord in. Okay, let's see. She's alive. That's it. Kind of like a factory job there. That's all snug back in there. Just got to make sure it's not interfering with anything, and it's not. It's got a little room to go. We got it alive. All right, that's a cord replacement on a Smith Corona electric typewriter. We got a pretty long cord here, so all right. Phoenix Typewriter. Good day.